it doesn't control. If within 2 years, then what contractor will do in Bihar again? But question is that the road has become, you can say, improvement has taken place due to Nitin Gadkari entry. Earlier it was told that there is a खड्डे में रोड है, रोड में खड्डा नहीं है, गड्ढे गड्ढे में रोड है. But today's situation is a different. This is a truth, sir. This is a truth.
Yes, sir. Actually, nowadays you can see now all expressway is connected. You can go
हाँ
easily to your own car. You can visit other state
हाँ
also by own
हाँ
car. When I
हाँ.
have a chance, then I have also go for Bihar by own car during our Chhath Puja and other festivals also. So I am feel comfortable. I can easily reach our location.
हम्म.
Achha, now they have announced one road from Darbhanga to, I think, Nepal side. Have you heard about that?
Yes, sir. New project is also going on. One of the project, yes, दरभंगा तो है ही. दरभंगा में 4 प्रोजेक्ट अलॉट हुए हैं अभी सर, दरभंगा रिंग रोड के नाम से. वो है और एक है अपना सर इधर 2-3 प्रोजेक्ट्स जो अवार्डेड हुए हैं, जस्ट अवार्डेड हुए हैं सर. मतलब ग्रीन फील्ड है, ऑल आर ग्रीन फील्ड. जो हमारा ये क्या नाम है, अभी जस्ट आई हैव जस्ट फॉरगेटेड सर, जस्ट नॉट रिमेम्बर.
No, there is one road which is going in the periphery of Madhubani to Nepal. It starts from Darbhanga. Already there is a road from Darbhanga to Sakri is there.
हाँ बराबर है, सही है. Now
Yeah.
already the bus is going, bus is running. I believe that.
Yeah. No, I have used that, yes. But there is
Bus is.
one which is going in the periphery of Madhubani, and I heard someone telling it Amarnath ji is going to pass near our village. Is it true or not? I really don't know, because I was trying to look what is the route map of that road, but I'm not getting it anywhere. Anyway, I think no. I was asking that how earlier times. What is it that technically, what they used to do? They used to use less tar or something like that. Well, why the roads used to go bad after 1 or 2 rainy seasons?
No, sir, it is a basically metal road. If your TMT is used in a road, TMT you will use, then will be last for long time. But once TMT will not use TMT, concrete road complete, then it will last in 2 to 3 years. The Bihar road has a concrete road is also there. Go to Patna to somewhere, like you will find the complete concrete road. That is TMT they are using. Also Mumbai, or lots of, there is a technology. Civil engineers can explain. I am not civil engineer basically, but having experience in that field. The TMT one is used, it will be last. Also cemented road is there. Coal tar road life is less compared to cemented road. One cemented road will be done. The cemented road is in Patna. Lots of Patna Muzaffarpur is a cemented road. Somewhere. After that, some coal tar. There is their coal tar road that damages whatever you are saying 2 to 3 years. But once it is a cemented road entire that, then once that is go to at least 20-25 years, sir.
Oh, no,
It
because
is
you
like that.
see, you hear even in Mumbai, many roads are which are basically pothole roads. In Bangalore city, you have pothole roads. In Kolkata, you have pothole roads. Why it happens? Why even in cities, how the contractors they manage to do this?
No, sir. Contractor is also there. There is a government in Mumbai, as you know, BMC, Mumbai, as you know, Bombay, BMC, you know, must be knowing Municipal Corporation of Bombay.
Right.
It is a richest municipal corporation of India. Richest municipal corporation of India. Lots of funding is done, but rainy season you must observe that every time sub water like water logging issue, lots of death activity takes place. But we don't, because there is a lobby of this contractor and on this ministerial level. Once this corruption will come out, then everything will be okay, sir.
But it's happening since so many years. We have
Every
so many
every
big cities.
every government comes, they used to make their own money.
Hello.
Sir.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Yeah, it is Mrityunjay who is saying.
Yeah, Mrityunjay Jha here.
Yeah.
Ma'am, basically, I am from India, Bihar, and right now, since 2006, I'm in Germany. So I joined maybe a couple of minutes late. Sorry for that.
Oh, I think that's so. So why don't you tell, since I'm meeting you for the first time, some introduction about yourself?
Yeah. So that will be really nice if we can introduce. So if you all allow me, I can give my
Sure,
introduction. So my name is
sure, sure.
Mrityunjay Jha. I am basically from Darbhanga, Rasiari. Rasiari is my village, and my parents are settled in Dhanbad, but I I am settled here in Germany, Munich, and I am into business. Mostly, I'm doing IT business. So, managing company in Germany. We have company in Poland. We are registered also in US and Netherlands and India. Also, we have a good team. So altogether, around 50, 75 to 100 people are working. And apart from IT business, I am doing export import also. So export import, when I talk about, it's about food grains like basmati rice, pulses. So all whatever is used in Indian kitchen, right? In Indian restaurant, we are importing it from India and supplying it to wholesalers and others.
very good, sir. Very good, very good.
So
चावल दाल जर्मनी में कर रहे हैं आईटी बिजनेस एंड राइस ऑल्सो.
यस तो ये हमारा काम है, तो बस कोशिश है ग्रो करने का.
Maybe,
And
sir,
what is
I'm also a marketing professional. Sometimes I used
Mhm.
to come to Germany for exhibition. Munich, I
Mhm.
have traveled 2 times. Dusseldorf also travel. Some but
No, good.
exhibition for 3 4 days I used to come Germany. Germany is the good city.
Mhm.
Everything good country, and this Munich is especially Dusseldorf is a very busy airport also, but very
Yeah.
happy.
If you are
Very
coming,
happy.
If you are coming next time, definitely let me know. And what area you do marketing?
Earlier I was a machinery glass. I'm basically engineer, mechanical engineer and MBA. I'm
Mhm.
staying at Mumbai. Earlier, I was in glass industry. There is a company called Botero, Italian company. I
Mhm.
was country head for Botero India. So
Mhm.
sometimes exhibition and US and everywhere I used bound to come from as a representative of Indian customers comes na, to exhibitions here at Munich and Dusseldorf, Milano, everywhere.
Mhm.
So from the behalf of India, I was bound to um, stand way on this our booth in that particular
Mhm.
4 5 days normally I used to. But
Yeah,
there is a
good.
night flight, not 24 hours flight. Entire day disturbance takes place. Also fooding and all, I get disturbance there because I am a Pakka Bihari man. Same.
ये खाने इंडियन रेस्टोरेंट सब तो है, खाने पीने का
ना
दिक्कत
ना,
नहीं होना
मिलानो में
चाहिए.
दिक्कत है सर. मिलानो में तो इतनी तकलीफ थी. खाने में पास्ता 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 और एवरीवेयर पास्ता. समटाइम्स द बीफ इज देयर इज समथिंग लाइक दैट.
मतलब इंडियन
यूरोप में
रेस्टोरेंट तो मिल जाएगा आपको, इंडियन रेस्टोरेंट मिल जाना चाहिए था, पता नहीं
हाँ नहीं,
नहीं है.
3 4 दिन के लिए आते हैं, मिल नहीं पाता है उतना. आप एज पीपल आर सेइंग दैट यू मे सर्च देयर. And now one Haryanvi is there, but there is also one glass taker. Or there is also fooding you take now. Oh, there is a two type water is there na, gas water
हम्म.
or simple water. Gas water bound to take for digestion.
हम्म.
These are I found. Anyway, there is a good one, rich place is there.
नहीं, यू आर राइट. आई थिंक पानी का तो वो है, ठीक है, मतलब
Since how
आप
many years
आइए
you
आप.
are staying there? नहीं नहीं, आएंगे तो जरूर जरूर. आप मिल गया नंबर. आप मुझे इस नंबर पर करके रखेंगे सर. माय नेम इज राज कुमार झा. आई एम ओवर हियर. नवीन इज जॉइनिंग माय नंबर. हाँ 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 हाँ. बढ़िया है नवीन जी. गुड प्लेटफॉर्म. हाँ, गुड प्लेटफॉर्म.
आई विल सजेस्ट कि एक राउंड ऑफ इंट्रोडक्शन अगर हो जाता तो बेटर था.
Okay. I'm Kamya from class 10. I'm studying in Indian Public High School in UAE. I'm I came from India like on when I was in sixth grade. So now it's like board year for me. And my interest is like in space and technology and astrophysics.
So welcome,
There is
Kamya.
one.
So
There is one thing I can say about Kamyas. Kamya has an influence of yeah, English from South India. In South India, people use like very much. After every few words, they use like. Kamya, where did you pick up this like?
Uh, Not really, not all the time. I don't say it all the time, but sometimes I say not really.
Yeah, you're saying it unconsciously. I know that. But I find whenever I go to South, no, so people use like very much. So I went there like this and like and things like that, you know. That's very okay. It sounds nice. Okay, I think Pankaj. So let me introduce myself briefly before we take questions. From today, we have one Mrityunjay ji is there, and we have there is a spelling difference, and we have Mrityunjay also from Bangalore, I think. Mrityunjay, I'm sorry, you sent me that, but I could not go through your that thing. But it was too small. I told you last time.
Yes, sir.
So in 5 minutes, you should have spoken more a little bit. And I think you spoke more. That is what I learned. Okay,
Actually,
so
I spoke a
Mrityunjay
bit
ji,
faster. Yes, sir.
you
Good evening, sir.
no, actually, it's not good when you speak. It's not necessary to speak very fast. Cover few points and very nicely so that it gets into the head. You know, if you speak very fast and you know, so you should talk as if you are talking to someone and trying to explain things. So
Yes,
that
sir.
makes a very good, you know, good presentation. That makes. So Mrityunjay ji, I think everyone I have introduced myself. Only you're the first one. I think even Rajji, I think last time I met him.
yes,
So
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
yeah. No, I stay in Kolkata, and but my birthplace is Madhubani, Bihar.
Mhm.
So Sivipati, from where our Amarnath ji, who is also a member of this, he comes. But my
Mhm.
father stayed in Orissa, so I studied everything in Orissa. And then I joined after I'm a physics person basically. Then I joined Bhava Atomic Research Center, and
Mhm.
then came to Calcutta because Calcutta has a nuclear physics center. And at that time, India was building its first accelerator in Kolkata, a cyclotron. In that time, in 70s, this cyclotron was the biggest cyclotron east of Suez. Means even China didn't have it, even Japan didn't have it.
Mhm.
Now they have gone a little bit ahead of us, but then that was the situation in 70s. And you know, Calcutta is a center for nuclear physics because of Meghnad Saha. He
Mhm.
was a man, yeah, his contribution to nuclear physics is, and because of him, we have a Saha Institute of Nuclear Physics. So Kolkata was selected for the cyclotron, but the main aim of the cyclotron was, since India is going for, you know, nuclear energy. Now, you know, in nuclear energy, what happens? Every country gives a outdated knowledge to another country. You'll be surprised. There is nobody gives the latest knowledge to anyone. Since India was interested to build fast breeder reactors, you know, fast breeder because we don't have uranium, we have a lot of thorium.
Mhm.
So we need to understand, and in the world, only two countries are interested in fast breeder reactor. Now, even US has made an agreement with India to have go for it. Uh, so India will be sharing a lot of knowledge with USA now, but but in the forefront are only two countries, France and India. So a
Mhm.
fast breeder reactor is a reactor in which what you do, you produce energy, but you create a fuel also from thorium. So in the making of reactor, what happens? It is more complex than making a bomb. Making reactor is more difficult compared to making an atom bomb. So reactor, what happens is that you need to know the properties and even nuclear properties of most of the elements which are used there, because they have an impact on the construction and energy transfer and things like that. So in Kolkata, the government of India, which was started by this, long back, Bhabha and Nehru, they had decided to have a cyclotron, but Bhabha died and Nehru also died, and then later on Vikram Sarabhai took it up, and then in 1970 it was started. The cyclotron was construction started in Kolkata. So I was I was part of that, and later on became head of that cyclotron also. Not of the institute head, was someone else, Dr. Vikas Sinha. And then I became the head of a superconducting cyclotron, which is there in Kolkata. It is the sixth largest in the world.
Good one, good one.
So all these are just to understand the nucleus, basic nuclear physics. Then many other kinds of radiochemistry research is there. A lot of types of research are being carried out here. So that's the introduction about me.
Very
क्या है ये? No, what is this, Pankaj? I'm not. We are not. I'm not able to listen. Make out.
आवाज कट रहा है, आवाज कट रहा है.
Rajkumar ji, your voice is not clear.
Hey, my voice is clear, sir. My voice is clear.
So
No,
what
no,
is
no.
the
It's
other voice which is coming?
Mrityunjay, whoever is talking. Yeah, you need to disconnect and reconnect. Maybe that's how it will be fixed.
Pankaj audio is disconnected. That's why Pankaj is not hearing. Pankaj, remove mute.
Sorry, we are not able to make out.
My voice is clear, sir. My voice. Yes, Pankaj has come now. Pankaj has joined another number.
Yes,
Pankaj,
yes, Raj sir.
Chaturanan sir is asking something to you.
Sorry, sir. Yes,
Acha,
sir.
okay. No, Rajkumar ji, I was asking, you are in the glass field. Do you know the history of the glass? When did we have the first glass lens?
Sir. Truly speaking, for technical, I'm the marketing professional. So whatever the glass in India, first factory of glass come as a Hindustan National Glass Industry Limited of Mr. Somani. It is a Kolkata-based business house. So first time I have
Okay.
supplied the machineries of Calcutta, or it is a Botero company in a Cuneo. There is a place Italy. So you go to Italy, there is a place called Turin. It is a 2-hour flight from Milano. So once you land up at Turin, then Turin there is a 1-hour drive for taxi to Cuneo place. The Cuneo, there is a big factory of Botero. It is a worldwide in glass machinery. This is a ruling. Any glass factory in India, worldwide, you will find machine of Botero. In India, Saint Gobain glass is there, companies there, Asahi glass is there, Gold Plus is there, HNGIL glass. In glass industry, there is a 3 type of glass, sir. First glass is the float glass, or also known as a flat glass, whatever the house we have seen. A second glass is known as a hollow glass. That is, you can say, a beaker. In laboratory equipments of glass, you have observed, na? Yeah, bottle
Yes.
of wine, bottle of wine.
Yes.
They comes under hollow glass. And third is the solar glass. The all three type of glasses is there, or for that all three different industries is there everywhere, because every company doesn't make all these three glasses, every factory. There is, apart from that, there is also lots of glass industry, very vague industry, you go to there. But I was from machinery side, which kind of machine is suitable, what is the cost. I take the customer from India, fly to Italy, show the our machinery, show this, whatever the factory is there, show him. So at that time, nowadays I'm not with glass industry, I'm with project engineering marketing. I used to hire the projects and everything. Earlier 10 years I worked in that field, sir. So I'm having good knowledge of that, because at that time
Oh,
flight was the more, then I have left that job. Maximum I do not used to give time to my family. But in this job, whatever presently I am doing in Mumbai, then I'm giving time to family. At that time, maximum time I spend in flying everywhere. Though I become too much tired. In India also, worldwide I have flights of more than 100 countries, truly speaking. Or maximum from European and also, not maximum. No, anyone is asked me. Suppose the gentleman is in Munich. The Munich 6 7 times I have flight to Munich, but was 6 days, 5 7 days, 4 days, 5 days. Also again Munich road, they have to go to again Paris, go to this place, that place. A very hectic life in glass industry. You may
oh,
ask my name, Mr. Jha. You ask from Jha, Bihar. Everyone speak you. I even owner type man like a Mr. Piramal. Piramal. Have you
oh,
heard the name of Mr. Piramal? Piramal is the co-brother of Mukesh Ambani today. He's
oh, okay.
the co-brother, means Samdi, Samdi ji. Mukesh, he
Mm.
has, he's having good big glass of this Piramal glasses, that is hollow glass. Because Mr. Hindustan National Glass has become financial sick company today. In Calcutta based the company it is, because there is a 20,000 crore debt on that company of DCB Bank, or this is under NCLT, this company has gone. And this Piramal has purchased maximum company. Or at that time I used to do meetings so many times, 3 4 times I have taken Mr. Piramal to Italy. I have shown this factory and everything. Today I am not in touch with that. Also, so many factories I have made, sir, in India. Today I'm in different field, but don't want to go in a glass field. But glass, whatever you asking, first glass lens, glass this. This is a basically chemical engineering product. They used to make SiO2. After that, some sodium sulfate they are mixing, and there is a heating. Again, go to annealing layer. Annealing layer is basically furnace. The furnace it is a pass. Then again it is a cooling section. Big cooler there. Then cooler it is gone. Then is a flatted glass is coming. There is again quality control. They're testing which type of thickness. The recording, there is a computerized
Guys, what
system. This is the
I think
system.
So,
we are here to help students, right? What is the purpose?
That
Yes,
Chaturanan ji
yes.
asked about glass industry, so sharing the knowledge.
uh, acha, okay.
And sorry,
For the,
sir. Hello.
for yes, for the
Sorry,
interest of
sir.
yes,
Today, first time, Vinith sir is also joined. So I request to Vinith sir, please say something about yourself. Please, sir. Vinith sir.
Hey, thank you, Pankaj, and thank you, everyone. It was really informative, and I will not take more than a minute to introduce myself. Maybe we can talk later in different platform about more, if
True, true,
any
true.
specific thing. So, I joined from Virginia, USA. It's almost like 100 mile from Washington DC. And I'm with the software industry, working as a like a help. It's a project manager for different project. My expertise in the U.S. healthcare, a specific IT related project. So yeah, sometime if we need to talk, I can talk about that in detail. But yeah, that's my brief discussion. And from India, I'm like I'm my origin is from Bihar, but then I did my all the schooling, everything from Calcutta. But then I stayed in the different parts of India, just for the job, like in southern India and then in Delhi. So that's all about me in brief. Thank you. Thanks, Pankaj, for providing that opportunity.
Oh, thank you, Vinitji. Welcome to this group. This group is run by Pankaj with one single interest, that we have children and we have experts. So children will
Yeah,
ask questions
absolutely.
and experts will explain to them in a nice way so that they get interested in science. So welcome to this, and you will be one of our teachers. We have Sarad Jha, we have Amarnath Jha, and now Mrityunjay ji is there, and Rajkumar Jha. All of you are teachers. So we have only two young people. Yeah, usually we have some
Yeah,
few more
absolutely,
also.
absolutely. I mean,
So basically,
that's a
we
common goal.
try to,
Everybody.
on
Yeah,
Saturday we just discuss science of interest to young people. Somehow we try
yeah,
to make complex things very interesting for young people. So welcome to this group. I think
yeah.
it's very nice
Thank you,
of you to be part
Pankaj,
of
and
it.
thank you, everyone. And I'm sure, like we all have the same goal to accomplish here, and we'll try our best whatever we can do. But I'm glad, like first time I'm joining, but I'm hearing a lot of experts here with the different industries. So I'm sure I will have my learning curve as well with you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So for the interest of Kamya and Mrityunjay, I would like to tell something about glass, that how the glass changed our earth. It's very surprising to know that. Now the glass thing industry was there even in the last millennium, is even 1,000 years back, even much earlier than that. But I do not know. That is what I was asking Rajkumar ji, that how the glass, when did they make the first lens? But they made it much before 14th century. They made a lens and people were using glass. Some rich people, they used to use for reading or something like that. Though there were not many books to read about. But what interesting thing having is very nice. In Europe, there was a laboratory. There was a head of that laboratory. It was a glass laboratory. It is they used to make glass, different kinds of glass. You know, so there I forget the name of the director, but his assistant was a very nice person. Just you'll excuse me. What he used to do is that when the director was not in the lab, he used to use two lenses. One lens was known to everyone, that by using one lens you can read small letters and things like that. He used to use two lenses to look at a girl in whom he was interested. So that girl used to pass outside on the road on the window, and he used to use two lenses. But he was an assistant, so he was not thinking that what was he doing was a really great thing. It is the director, once he saw it, that what this fellow is doing through the window. And then he found it to be very interesting that two lenses can be used to see very distant objects. So he was so much excited, and then he contacted the government, and then they found the utility of this, that if you go to a war, and if you have these two lenses, properly made and properly fixed, you can look at the enemy from a very big distance, which was not possible. And that's how, kind of not telescopic like thing came into the picture. It is
Good to
after
know.
200 years, the Galileo said that, oh, these two lenses which they are using for the war, I can use it to see the planets.
Ah,
And that's how the telescope came, you see. And the first observations which he made, which proved beyond doubt about our planetary system, that it's not earth centric, it's heliocentric, and about the planets, changed the whole world, because then the whole country, the continent started seeing that whatever was written earlier in sacred books, they are not correct. So people can question it, and it's by questioning lot of things came up. That's what we call the Renaissance period and the Industrial Revolution. But it was triggered by this lens and by that gentleman who was looking at the girl through the window, you see. So Kamya, you see how the inventions are made in science.
Yes, sir. I never expected that.
Yeah, even Arian has also come. So the telescope really made a very big difference to the way we think about our universe, and that's what changed many things.
Yes.
Yes,
Good, good
Chaturanga,
evening.
good to see Vinay, Mrityunjay, and such beautiful children. And yes, interesting to see someone from the glass production industry also here, Rajji. I was reading about the Vortec industry where Ulas Topal CEO. I was reading his article that they are using artificial intelligence in glass production also via the manufacturing execution system. So nowadays we have AI and robotics in all areas. And yes, Vinitji has his is from where that itself is interesting. So thank you very much for everyone joining. This is Sharad here from London. I am a counselor, British politician and businessman, and good to see all of you here. Thank you very much.
Very nice of you, Saratji. You have come after a long time. You took a break, I think.
No, that actually I'm always here by heart. Just the thing is that I'm connected globally in a way that I have to just give time everywhere.
Yeah.
So I keep on doing so.
Okay, so Aryan and Kamya and Mrityunjay, do you have any questions to ask all these experts that we have today? You
Sir,
can ask
I have
anyone.
sir,
Yes.
I have prepared a presentation.
You want to make a presentation about what?
Science.
About what you want to make a presentation?
Stars.
Star.
Okay, stars. So yes, you can make about say 2-3 minutes. You can make the presentation and explain to us everything, all the hard words.
Okay.
Pankaj sir,
Go ahead,
Yes, Naveen
Aryan.
ji.
Uh, Wait a minute, sir. My father is presenting.
No, you are
Pankaj sir,
presenting or your father is.
Pankaj sir, I have just sent to you PPT, sir. If you allow to share, then Aryan is just.
You can be a presenter, right?
Yes, yes, yes. Aryan or Naveen ji, you can also present. Any person can present or send
So
me, Naveen ji. If you send me, then
You
I will
can
also
click
present.
on screen share, right? You can
Yes.
share screen
I
share and
have
then you can
already sent
present
to
it.
you your WhatsApp number, sir.
What
No, the
information
best
about
would
the
be that
stars?
the
Yes.
kid is
Yes.
himself or herself trying to present, right?
Hello. Your voice is not coming.
no, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Today, I'm going to tell about stars. Stars are one of the most common and abundant in the universe. Today, I'm going to tell about their types and formation. They are made of hydrogen, helium, etc. Stars are born within the clouds of the scattered throughout most galaxy. Familiar examples of such dust cloud is the Orion Nebula. Gravity that it can kill stars in tremendous energy resisting their own gravity, but no star has an infinite supply of fuel for its nuclear reaction. When the fuel runs out of the star, stars die all over the sky. Astronomers find beautiful nebula that work gently into space by dying stars. In addition, astronomers occasionally see a new star appear in the blue, brighter, then fade away after a few weeks or years.
So Aryan, one question I have. You said that stars they die. Why do they die?
Sir, because they have fuel and they
Hmm.
once after they exhaust their fuel, which is
How
hydrogen
how
helium,
how do they exhaust the fuel?
by nuclear reaction.
Yeah. So in a nuclear reaction, so mass is converted to energy. So the mass reduces. So the total amount of mass in the center reduces. Yeah. Please go ahead. And then what happens, because the mass reduces in the center, so there is a implosion. By implosion, what we mean? It collapses because the mass has
Yes.
reduced. But that sends a shock wave, so the outer part, explodes and the inner part implodes. This is a very common phenomenon that happens in stars. So it is when the stars they explode because of the shock wave created by the implosion inside, because the mass has reduced, so the gravity is not there, so they implode. Yeah, please go ahead now.
Yes. Then fade away after a few weeks or years. You will discover what looks like a new star in the sky, a death of an aging star, only one or two each century in a galaxy. Died the mass of a star is determining its fate. Massive stars can die in violent supernovas, but lower mass stars die quite that. To follow the evolution of stars to their graves, you can start by following the lifestyle of sunlight medium master. As it becomes a giant star, then you can see how stars end their time. A main sequence stars generates its energy by nuclear fusion. Reaction that combines hydrogen to make helium. The period during which the stars used hydrogen lasts long and the stars remain on the main sequence 90% of total existence. Has an energy generating star. When the hydrogen is exhausted, the star begins to evolve rapidly. The nuclear reaction in a main sequence star causes causes fuel hydrogen to produce helium because the core is cooler than 100 million Kelvin. The helium cannot be used in nuclear reaction, so it's accumulate at the star center like ashes in a fireplace. Ability to generate the uh, nuclear reaction. It does not grow. It does. It does grow water as it contracts because it is converting gravitational energy. The rising temperature and process hydrogen just out outside the core. Hydrogen that was never before hot enough to fuse hydrogen begins in a circular layer or shell around the exhausted core of a star. In that, it explains when a star loses its mass, it begins to evolve rapidly. Although the hydrogen fusion shell can force the envelope of the stars to expand, it cannot stop the contraction of the helium core because the core is not hot enough to fuse helium. Gravity squeezes it tighter and it become very small. If you were to present in the helium core of a giant star, if you represent the helium core of a giant stars with a baseball, The outer envelope of the stars would be about the size of a basketball stadium, yet the core would contain about 12% of the star's mass. When gas is con- compressed to such a high density, it begins to behave in astonishing ways. In the in this, it is written about how dense they are to behave in astonishing ways that can affect the evolution of a star. To continue the story of a stellar evolution, you must consider the behavior of gases at extremely high densities. Normal. The pressure in a gas depends on its temperature. The hotter a gas, the faster its particle move. And the more pressure it exerts, the mass gas inside a star is ionized. So there are two kinds of particles: atomic nuclei and free electrons. Under normal conditions, the gas in stars follow the with same pressure temperature laws as other gases. But if the gas is compressed to be very high densities, as in the core of a giant star, two laws of quantum mechanics comes into play, and the difference between electrons and nuclei become important. First, quantum mechanics says that the moving electrons confined in the star core can have only one certain amount of energy, just as the electron in an atom can occupy only certain energy levels. You can think of these permitted energies as the rungs of a ladder. An electron can occupy any rung but not the spaces between. The second, called the uh, what's something? Okay, I would not go for the name. It says that two identical motions cannot occupy same energy levels because electrons spin in one direction or other. Two electrons can occupy a single energy level if they spin in opposite direction. That level is completely filled, and a third electron cannot enter because whenever way it's dense, it will be identical to one or the other. A low density gas has a few electrons per cubic meters, so there is plenty of energy levels available. Becomes very dense, however, nearly all of the lower energy levels are occupied in such a gas. A moving electron cannot slowing down decrease its energy, and there are no open space levels for it to drop down, so it can speed up only if it can absorb enough energy to leap to the top of the energy level where there are empty energy. When a gas is so dense that the electrons are not free to change their energy, astronomers called it degenerative matter. Though it is a gas, it has two peculiar properties that it can affect the star. First, the degenerative gas resists compression. To compress the gas, you must push against the moving electrons, and changing their motion means changing their energy. that requires um, tremendous efforts because you must boost them to the top of the energy ladder. That is why degenerative matter, though still a gas, is harder to compress than the toughest hardened steel. The pressure of degenerative gas does not depend on temperature. To see why, note that the pressure depends on the speed of the electrons, which cannot be changed without tremendous efforts. The temperature, however, depends on the motion of all particles in the gas, both electrons and nuclei. If you add heat to the gas, most of that energy goes to speed up the motion of the nuclei, and which move slowly and do not contribute much pressure. Only a few electrons can absorb enough energy to reach the empty energy at the top of the energy level. That means that changing the temperature of the gas has almost no effect on the pressure. These two properties of degenerative matter become important when two stars end their main sequence life. Eventually, how many stars collapse into white dwarfs, and you will discover that these tiny stars are made of degenerative matter. But long before that, the core of many Earth stars becomes so dense that they are degenerative, a situation that can produce a cosmic bomb. Hydrogen, I think, hydrogen fusion in main sequence stars leaves behind helium ash, which cannot fuse because the temperature is too low. Helium nuclei have a positive charge, twice twice that of a proton. So, to overcome the repulsion between nuclei, they must collide at very high velocities. But the temperature in the core isn't hot enough to produce those collisions. As the giant star fuses hydrogen in an expanding shell, its inner core of helium contracts and grows hotter. When the temperature of the core finally reaches 100 million Kelvin, it begins to fuse helium nuclei to make carbon.
So Aryan, I have one question. What do you mean by Kelvin?
Sir, it is a measure of temperature.
So how does it convert to centigrade?
Yes,
1
sir.
million Kelvin will be how many centigrade? Any idea?
Sir, 100, sir, degrees.
Yes. How many centigrade? So centigrade is also one unit of temperature. Kelvin is also, you are saying, is one unit. So how many Kelvin equal to how many centigrade?
Cent-
It's any relation
I think
between
one Celsius is equal to 273 Kelvin.
Minus 273, minus 273.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Very famous
It's
it
not
is.
minus.
Yes. So Kamya, have you understood everything which Aryan has said just now?
Yes, sir, I understood.
So then we'll ask you next time questions on this. So Aryan will put the all the slides in the that group so that
Mm.
others can see, Kamya can also see, and then we'll ask questions to Aryan and Kamya next time. And I think we are running short of time. Vinitji, I think could you tell us about your technical aspects of your work? So we have a
Are you guys able to hear me?
Vinith.
Hello.
Yeah, am I audible? I'm just
Yeah,
making
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we are.
Okay. Yeah, so as I said, my technical expertise on the implementing all the project related to US healthcare. So as you guys know that here, US healthcare is not as simple as other countries, like say India or any other developed country, right? And the cost of the delivery of healthcare is also um, kind of too high than other country. Like if I'll say in layman term, it's like per person around $10,000 they spent on the average, for on the expenditure. There are so many factors of having a high cost, like their technological advancement, the average population is too old, and there are so many. I mean, we can talk about it, but my expertise goes with the implementation of all the changes related to compliance and regulations, or anything to make the healthcare delivery better. So that kind of project I do implement. Um, some project, some projects are kind of mandatory project by the federal government, but some project is just to make the things better, more efficient. So yeah, I mean, in general, I don't know whether I answer your question. Like you wanted to know anything specific.
But you have expertise in what, medical science?
He's into IT.
No, I'm
In
in
IT sector.
IT
IT
side. Yeah.
sector. So
So it's
you did your
yes,
engineering, is it?
correct. I did my engineering.
Okay.
And there also like there are a couple of cats there. I did my engineering from Calcutta in electronics and communication, but then I started working in the in IT. So there are a few things will be common in the first year. You study about the computer science, and also that's how I started with that. In my initial career, I was doing like a programming and all, but then later I moved to different functional roles. So my expertise is more on the designing the product functionally, like what the feature it should be, and how the user should be accessing it. So kind of functional architecture of it, um,
So,
not completely technical implementation, but more on the functional side.
Vinith, in US, I have heard that all the disease having some code, and that particular code,
Correct.
doctor cannot charge more than yeah, money from any other patient, same charges. In India, if X doctor takes charge this much, Y doctor, there are different charges. In US, it is like that.
Yeah, that's correct. So what happens that we have the industry standard form.
Hmm.
We have, it's called like a 837 formats when we send
Ah,
electronically.
ah.
Like 90% of the hospital currently use the electronic form of submission, but then there are few doctor who don't have, like those are not the big enough, they don't have the software and the funding available to create that kind of infrastructure. So they still send the paper format, but in the paper format also they have the standard form, industry standard form. So there are two type of claim they can submit. One is in layman term, like for hospital service, it's a different kind of form and all. And for just you're visiting for something, that will be a different. That's called basically the professional services. So that's they have to use it. And when they use electronically, they just, because it's not possible for any doctor to remember, like there are million of codes are there for each services, because the codes are very granular level of detail. So for example, if somebody is doing the eye surgery,
Hmm.
so eye surgery also could be for different reason. So each code will be dedicated for different reason. And then also you'll have the left surgery, right surgery, what kind of eye you're doing. So like that level of granularity, it's giving it, right? So it's not possible for doctor to remember that. So it's a different software as a whole, uh, they translate what doctor is writing in the English like language to that particular code, and then the IT system will be built which pick up all the pricing, whatever the code is comes, it pick up from the system, and then it have a lot of detailed validation that like how much it's possible that doctor might have billed it $100 for some services, but then actually there might be a contract with the health. I mean, in India you might be seeing that you can just bill it, right? But here most of the thing is goes to the health insurance. You have to have a health insurance, right? So health insurance, to go to health insurance, they process the claim, and they check the eligibility of member, provider, like how much member have to pay, how much provider have to pay. So there they check that whether whatever billed amount is there, whether provider is entitled for that amount. So sometime it could be like based on their contract, they should be paying $80 or less, right? So that kind of validation happen. They override with that amount, and then ultimately they find it out, like how much insurance company should be paying to the doctor, and how much member or the patient have to be liable for. So that kind of detailed validation happens. So you're right, like without those core, those claims get denied, and that go back to the uh, generally we use the term provider for the doctor or anyone who provides the services. So go to the provider, and they resubmit it with those information.
Oh, thank you, Vinit. Thank you for sharing the knowledge. Thank you.
Sure.
And Mrityunjay ji, I think we didn't get time, but could you, we'll be happy if you come next time, but could you tell us something about your technical thing?
Yeah, definitely. So basically, I am also in IT. I did my master in computer science in from New Delhi, and then I was working with Wipro and other companies. I came to Germany in 2006, and since then I'm working here. I am into CRM, and I'm basically working. I worked as a CRM consultant. Initially, I was into development, but now I moved into solution and design, and since 2011, I am managing my own. I'm working as a freelancer. I have my own company, and we are doing projects not only in Germany. We have a team in India. We are registered in Netherlands and US as well. Just this year, we have customers in US in pharma industry. We are working with some big European pharma companies like Bayer, BASF, Takeda, Novartis, Pharynx, and others. And apart from this pharma, we are working with in the IoT sector. We are working with uh, Infineon and other customers. So now I'm not into myself not working, but I'm managing my IT business and trying to reach new customer, new clients in the European as well as uh, in the US market also. But
Oh, that's good.
till last year I was also into project, but I stopped working. Now I'm fully focusing on my business.
Oh, that's very nice, I think. A lot of
Very
young people will learn many things from you.
So
nice.
Vinit, you are working for which company? If you,
Hey, sorry, my this audio voice, it takes some time to unmute. Yeah, currently, I mean, I work with so many companies like all these giants like Accenture, then Cognizant, United
good,
Health
good,
Group. But currently, I'm working with HCL America.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah, good. So
but happy to know about you, and I'm sure sometime we'll able to help each other with our
yeah. So
knowledge.
So just I will try to connect with you on LinkedIn. With others people
Sure, sure.
also, definitely we will connect, and let's see how we can grow this group. And
Yeah.
definitely, if kids want to learn or understand anything from us, from our area of expertise, we are there to support them.
Yes,
Exactly.
that's very nice of you all. So, Pankaj ji, you think that we will extend the meeting or we close today?
Sir, the 10 only. So we have 20 minutes, sir. Only, sir. So
Oh, so we have 20 more minutes. Such okay.
yes, sir.
Okay, very nice. So, Kamya, you have any questions? Hello, Kamya.
And Mrutunjay from Bangalore also joined, sir. So Mrutunjay,
Yeah.
you have any question?
No, sir.
So, if you don't have any questions, today's newspaper, have you read? It seems the Chandrayaan-1 made a big, the people have made a very big discovery, it seems. It seems the electrons which travel around the Earth also manages to reach the moon, and that causes water to build up in the moon. So this is a finding from Chandrayaan-1, which it was reported in the newspaper today. And this discovery was made by someone in USA, that the electron sheath which develops around, because all the electrons which come because of the magnetic field, they start going around the Earth. But there is a tail, the tail part also reaches the moon, and that creates, it seems, water. The full thing is yet to be known, but this is the newspaper headline today. So even the ISRO people are also quite happy that some contribution is getting made. New things, new developments.
Sir, is it because of the Van der Waals belt?
Yes. So when the electrons, they come towards the Earth from different sources, particularly from the sun and all that, because of the magnetic field, they don't penetrate the whole atmosphere. Rather, they go around. In fact, they go around. Some of them, they go to the North Pole and the South Pole, and you see the auroras which you see. If you go to few countries like Iceland, you will see that. And if you go to North Pole side, these are caused by the electrons actually. So, but the tail part of it, it seems, reaches moon also. That is what was discovered in Chandrayaan-1. I read in today's newspaper only. There was a 2-column report on this in Times of India.
Good news, sir.
So, so there is also one more interesting I would like to add, because Raj Kumar ji is there. This glass thing is very surprising, that when telescopes got developed in Europe, in India they were making observatories where they didn't use telescopes. Now this is something a puzzle which I was trying to understand, that why in India we didn't start using telescopes. It could have been easily even imported from there. The first telescope that came into India, I just learned it is about 150 years back. But you see, in Europe already it was there. So they could make a lot of discoveries they could make. But in India, most of the places where there are observatories there, जो Jaipur में है, Ujjain में है, Jaipur one is the biggest one. In Delhi maybe is there. They use the dial system. By the shadow they try to know what is the time, what is things like that. Yeah. But you see, they could have easily use a telescope. But I'm really puzzled that why, when English people were already using telescopes in England, but they never brought it to India. They brought it. They have brought it very late in the country actually. So few telescopes which came, one in Kolkata. Most of them came in South India side, in Chennai, then Kodaikanal and things like that. They have all a history, but it came
Mhm.
too late when you know. So why it didn't come earlier is a very puzzle to me. It's very interesting.
Sir, you may be right. For that, I'm not having idea. But on television, I used to see one gentleman in some Rajasthan or somewhere, and
Yeah.
he is showing one telescope is there from Rajasthan. You can study yeah, all the stars and all. I have seen on KBC. Kaun Banega Crorepati program. One gentleman has come. He was a scientist of that field, and he was sharing.
Oh,
That is India. It is
oh.
that. You go on YouTube, you can make study. It is Rajasthan is there. He was saying ki worldwide it is a number two in India. From that only US having and India is having that facility for study these planets from that particular telescope.
Is it so? No,
I
I.
think so. YouTube, you check. Recently in KBC, I was seeing the gentleman. Yeah, unfortunately, he was a scientist of like you, and he has come on KBC. The Amitabh Bachchan asked him to where you are working. Then he told कि my interest is in this planet in universe engineering, and also he has having thorough knowledge. That boy who has given a presentation of stars. On stars, he has given a good lecture. I have seen there. A star, sun is also in a star. Big star is some UY something name was there. It is radius is 1.1 billion some kilometer like that that you can study and see from Rajasthan that telescope like that. It was that.
Oh, I see. I see. It will be
Ah,
No, in this group also we have a telescope specialist. Today he has not come. Yeah,
ah,
today he has not come. We learn from him. But still, no, we have a lot of number of telescopes, not very big telescopes. In fact, the big telescope which is there, one is the radio telescopes because they capture radio waves.
sir, you are physicist. Then from glass, your intention goes to telescope only. Or I am engineering from construction side. So
Yeah,
my
right.
interest in glass for the construction industry. Do you understand how the construction industries goes, how the solar power will be developed? That glass, my glass is going. Suppose there is a country, Thailand, there is a Bangkok, Petit, Pattaya. There is a three
Yeah.
places very famous. So Pattaya is the maximum glass consuming city is there. US people,
Okay.
US engineers from glass comes to Pattaya. I had also gone to Pattaya. There is a place Pattaya known as Petit Pattaya, Bangkok. There is a three cities. Pattaya is a worldwide maximum glass consumption per Indian, 500 grams per day. One gentleman use the glasses. So our intention is that area construction in which the construction will be utilized. In India also you come na maximum wood people they are using window and all. Also over here also but I
No,
go to
so
Europe.
in Pattaya, what kind of glass do they make? Special glass?
Construction industry, maximum glass consumption is there. There is a Bangkok crystal is there. Glass brick is there. That glass brick import in India. Go to Singapore. Maximum there. Maximum in this Thailand country. Go to Thailand. Thailand normally people go to enjoy for massage and all. For engineering point of view, glass once you go there for glass industry, then lots of glass expert in the Thailand. Lots of glass export. Yeah, glass brick for decorative glasses. Suppose a house, temple, you will find a glass brick. So that is
Yeah.
having monopoly worldwide. We are very interior. US is also very inferior on that. That is, they used to learn worldwide. They are supplying this Bangkok, Pattaya, this Petit. They all a big exporter of glass brick. Glass brick, you know, sir. Glass brick, have you understood or not? Glass brick.
Yeah, no, no, I've heard, but I have not seen them. What do you mean by glass brick? Is something
Glass brick
about
is that that
with windows are made, is it?
go to disco. When light
Oh,
goes
I
na,
see.
glasses they got. That is a glass brick basically.
Oh, I see.
Reflect also people in temple in house they are interior designing for house they used to do they use to glass brick. Whenever you get time na, just YouTube put the glass brick also having a big enormous enormous applications. Lots is that for
Oh,
that. Oh, Pattaya is the good country. Pattaya is the big supplier. Lots of factories there for that glass brick. India zero. India is no high factory. Go to China. China is, there is a float glass factory in India. Is total seven glass factories there. Seven places is the glass factory. Glass manufacturing takes place. In seven there is a one is Asahi. That is one in Mumbai. One is Haridwar. There is also one glass, Gold Plus. There is a known as a Kharagpur area. There is a place. In that place, Saint Gobain in Chennai, Pune, total seven factory. Go to China. China, there is a 120 factories there. How many? 120.
So why in India we don't have many glass
Consumption,
factories?
consumption. Glass consumption less. Consumption is over here.
Why the solar panels are coming? They need glass.
No, no, that is maximum importing, but due to Narendra Modi, the import has been
Hmm.
there. That's why the something, yeah, whatever the import from China, it was coming to India, it has been fully stopped. But what now they are doing, the China product go to Dubai. Or from Dubai, it is on a stamp of other company name. It is coming over here to India. Again, it same story is the same, or it is again
Oh,
using. It is the story is the same, only little bit price has
what?
been increased, something 2 3%, and that it is using. China, there is a no doubt, yeah, due to Narendra Modi, some internal production has been manufacturing has been increased, but it's not too much. As Narendra Modi always make in India shouting, something has been, but defense industry it has got a good advantages. Another industry it has been to we will have to do work.
Oh, that's very interesting news that you have told. I didn't know this.
This is truth, sir. This is true. No, I have seen, sir. I told you, no, I have flight so many countries, China, London. Lots of. I have seen the glass industry.
No, but in Pattaya, why the glass industry has become so popular? What is the reason?
I do not. I don't know. Maybe the sand will be. And this again, question is not only sand. So because sand will go to there is Saudi Arabia. There is a known as Obecon glass. Saudi Arabia. It is very famous glass. But go to Pattaya. There is a sand. Maybe a sand is also available. Apart from that, also sodium sulfate is needed. A lots of chemical is needed for production of that. That availability is the more, or they may be having interest from the starting of the beginning. They're having monopoly of that. Three, seven, six, seven generation they are working on that. But our India, there is a maximum wood carpentry business is there. Go to in the tier one city in India, they are using glasses. You must have the facade business. Facade you must have heard. That is a
Yes,
envelope of a building with glass, right?
yes,
But
yes.
go to a small city generally will not find. But in that area, small city is also glass everywhere. And glass earlier we are the understand the glass is the just a like you expect me, it is a breakable, easily it can be fragile, everywhere body like. But today's scenario is not like that. Once glass industry do matlab, toughening glass, once you put the steel ball testing, it will not break. You understand? It will not break.
Oh,
It is like a metal. You can utilize that. Once you are toughening, there is a science engineering is there more than 1000 degrees centigrade. It is a tough end. Again, it is a cooling. Cooling again, 3 4 stages of cooling. Once you do, but that glass again will be 10 times increases. One airport, go to airport, one glass panel I have supplied to Mumbai airport. Sir, its cost is a 1.25 lakhs, one glass panel simple, but heat will be
oh,
reduced. Your heat will not go. AC is using, AC you cannot see. From inside you can see the outside. From outside you cannot see inside. In night you can see. Or there is also panel. You change that to a light, then you can see. Outsider people can see you. These all, but it all again matters the cost. In which what cost you are going to pay. Lots
okay.
of lots of machinery is there. Suppose Sherlock Holmes, you want to make a photograph of Sherlock Holmes on your glass. There is just some yeah, pattern is there. You can put there in machine, you can get it. But India, the people do not expand more. Na? India is a poor country basically, na, compared to that European and all. There here glass expenses
Oh,
is the only corporate used to do. But Europe and all, you will go to Germany, go to Japan, go to this US. Lots of glass building. Europe, even Dubai. I was in Dubai for 10 years, sir. Dubai, I have worked in Dubai for 10 years. And when you land up in evening at airport of Dubai having 86 terminals, then you will find everywhere glass on lights. So you will find it is like a heaven, like heaven. You cannot imagine India. India just like of Mumbai. Lots of slums you will find over here. This is a different. Even Calcutta side also. Calcutta I have also Calcutta so many times. Netaji Subhash here. I come in Calcutta. Calcutta also my brother-in-law is staying. He's a yeah, UCO Bank. He's the deputy managing director there. So I have seen Calcutta also very closely. Sometimes he used to come in Calcutta also. Calcutta is also requires some development, but it is not still like that. Mumbai is the good one. Bangalore is the good one. But compared to Europe and US, we will have to do improvement work.
Oh, that's. Why don't you start one glass factory in India with all your
Yes,
knowledge
sir, sir,
now?
sir. Sir, money is needed. Will you come in partnership? I will do that.
But what is
No,
the
but yes.
Sir, sir,
what is the investment there? Like just trying to understand. I don't know, so just asking.
the glass 300 CR, around 3 to 400 CR.
Government
300.
can fund, right? Why you need to invest your own money
Sir,
nowadays?
sir, sir,
Government is
sir,
funding.
sir.
If you come.
Sir, business is not easy. I am the 55-year-old man. I'm having more than 30 years experiences. I've seen my daughter is also an engineer. She's working in Google. Son is chartered accountant. I'm also having one company, a finance company. I've seen business is not easy. Business is also risky. You understand? Business is not easy. So many businessmen I know they have committed suicide in the time of Corona in India. They were my good friend. I'm also sleeping director in 4 5 company, good company. See, business is not easy. You take no doubt, you will take the loan. Government will give you loan. Today, Narendra Modi is giving loan. Suppose EMI you have not given, some FIR is to people are living Mumbai are hiding himself in Madhubani, Darbhanga, this place, that place. I know so many cases. Yes, sir, because yeah, my so many relatives. It's not easy. India business is a Gujaratis, Marwari people they are doing. They are habitual. Sometimes we afraid they go to and settle in London, say do to America for that. We are not capable of that. Business I am also doing, but a small type business, 1 2 CR per annum. We are doing business 5 to 10 lakhs per month, and annually we also earn from some other means. We are also working also getting good money. So we are happy over here. For money, you go to money, the sky is limit. Whatever money you are in, but people should be happy. But business,
You are right.
if you business, you are happy, then you are the luckiest man of this world. Business
No,
24
you are
into
right.
7 is tension. Then
You
don't think
are.
other way. I am saying the truth. Business 24 into 7 is the tension.
That is true. That is you are right. But
Business money is more. Business में अच्छा पैसा बनता है, but आसान नहीं. I know one of my friend, he's an engineer with me engineering. He has made one factory over here. His father business, and sudden one day his factory is closed. Everything is done. One workman was sleeping, or he has not told, or something in night. There's a fire was incident, he was death. For that he was 1 year he was in under prisoner. He was arrested, or no mistake was of him. After that he has got the bail. The business is not easy. Business also depends upon business. A person is doing business and doing this, and especially for our Mathil. Mathil also will find lots of business. Haji is over here in Mumbai. They are doing the good business. I know he's my good friend. Sometimes I advise him also. In there is a jewelry business. You Google do Manoj Jha. Manoj Jha is a Madhubani. He is the very big rich man of Mumbai. His turnover is around 2,000 crores. He knows me very well. You speak my name. His office is Andheri. His name is Kamakhya Jewelers. Kamakhya Jewelers Private Limited. He is planning to listing in National Stock Exchange. His age is around 45 to 46 years. He was in some Tata company in something like Titan or something, some jewelry business he was working. He's a chartered accountant. His wife is also from Darbhanga. And today he's the man of 400 crores. He's a rich man, but he's a lucky man. He's doing always India in television channel known as a CNBC Awaz, and when the commodity comes, then he used to come advise their Manoj Jha. Very famous. You Google it, Manoj Jha of Kamakhya Jewelers, you will find that. Or being a pride, being a Mathil, he has done a good name and fame in the jewelry industry. Everyone knows in this India.
good to know that people from Bihar, especially
Ah,
Matthews, are doing good.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Always, always, always. And I'm also having my blood is from Mithilanchal. No doubt he should be Mathil Brahmin, any of caste, but he's from Mithila having that. We are having good. They are having a good. Mithila having your own culture. We are also blood and breed from that area. I am not from Mithila, Mathili, but I am from Muzaffarpur area. My wife is from Hajipur, that area. But when Mumbai I speak my name Jha, then people ask me, you are from Darbhanga? Are you from Madhubani? Then I speak, no, I am from Muzaffarpur.
So, Rajkumar ji, now the time is going up. So, my last question to you: so, why
Sir,
in Mithila we are not having? Why the industry is not growing?
no, sir, Mithila is there. Mithila is growing. One Mithila company known as a Jha Pickle. You know Jha Pickle. Google just put that. It is a today it is a 100 crore company. It has become. That lady has just started. Nanad Bhavi has just started, and their three son is there. All are IIT and IIT Kanpur. They did engineering. Or for this, yeah, that on television program, there is a loan distributing program is there known as a SARC program. SARC. That lady had come. I have seen her.
Right.
Huh,
No, I'm
that
asking, but that Jha Pickle is they have an industry somewhere outside Mithila,
No,
or
no,
is
it
it
is a
in?
Mithila. No, Mithila, Madhubani, they are having factory. One of my friend, he's a Bangalore. He's having a Sattu factory in Madhubani. He's my very good friend. I will join once I will get some bit old. I'm not getting time, sir. I'm also busy person. He's in Bangalore having, or he has been tied up with Haldiram and all. His turnover is around 50 crores. He's a Aman Kumar Jha. He's a born and brought up in Madhubani. Did engineering from IIT Kanpur. Worked in IT sector around 10, 12 years. And his Haldiram and all two brothers, they are making good money. They are making good money. Their factory is Madhubani, proper Madhubani. All kinds of sattu they are making, and mass scale he's making, mass scale. Truly speaking, so lots of factory in
Okay.
Madhubani, not Patna. Or recently he has purchased one factory in Ghaziabad in near Delhi. He was saying me one day. One day I was talking to him. Ours is also a Mithila group over here in Mumbai. Lots of people who he has migrated to Mumbai to Bangalore, and due to this business purposes, his one brother is staying in Mumbai. Mumbai, there is a place known as Kandivali. Kandivali, there is a Vidyapati Nagar is over here. Or all the rich Mathil Brahmin is staying in that area. They all are big businessmen, sir. They are making good money over here in Mumbai. They're having contact with Maharashtra government and all. When the Chhat Puja in Juhu Beach, they used to go, they people call chief minister to do ribbon cutting functions and all. Such type of the people are the rich people are the Mathil, especially from Darbhanga, Madhubani, sir.
Good to know. Good
Okay.
to know.
Sir. Sir, now we will conclude this program. My battery is getting
Yes,
down. It is 2%.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
let's
Yes.
conclude. Yeah.
Pankaj,
Thank you, sir.
so let's call it off today. Thanks to all of you. It was a
Welcome,
nice
sir.
one.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, guys. Thanks, Pankaj ji, for taking the initiative. Really appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Bye.